me now that I can answer about that. So it went over the multiplication counting principle, which is this one, and then it talked about examples, and then it went ahead and talked about permutations where order matters, and then combination where order does not matter. So did you guys realize that we call these things at school the lockers? Have you guys ever been at a school where it had a combination? I'm sure you've had a lock that had a combination at some point, but those actually should not be combination locks. They should be called permutation locks because order doesn't matter. So just an little FYI. So, okay. Has anyone figured out, okay, right before I talk about that, has anyone have any questions about the notes? Any particular problem you'd like to see? Like I said, you can pull it up on the Walker web. I posted it this morning. I'll stop sharing that. You actually, once again, your graphing calculator will actually do those combination and permutation formulas in your calculator. So does anybody have their graphing calculator sitting near them? Okay, so if you have a second, go grab it, and I'll kind of walk you through how to do it on your calculator. Because the calculator, that way you, and I know in some of the homework problems it asks you to like show the setup, but you can show the setup all day and then you can put it in your calculator. A little bit easier, it's a little bit faster. I don't have the TI simulator on this little iPad-y thing that I have. All right, so I'll have to walk you through verbally. So I'm going to pull up just one of the problems. I'm going to pull up permutations. It got first method. I'm going to do method 2, and it says try this one. The value of you have 20 things. How many different ways you pick 2 and put them in a certain order where order matters? So 20, choose 2 where order matters. So you pick up your calculator, okay, and go and hit 20. That's how many you have. So if you hit 20, and then pull up permutation little things, you're going to math on your calculator. And then you're going to hit the right arrow key until you see PRB. Did you guys see PRB? And then go down and choose number 2. Hit enter. So right now on your calculator screen, you see 20, you see the NPR, and then now you're going to say, okay, how many am I choosing from the 20 to put in an order? And you're going to put 2. You should have 20, NPR, 2, and then you hit enter, and you should get 380. Everybody see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's just an easy way to do it. You have the calculator, so you might as well use it. And it also has the combination formula too. So you do the same process for combinations, but just would choose the NCR versus NPR. So, and because, you know, we're doing this all virtually, and some of these Google Forms and stuff like that have, it's all multiple choice. You don't have to show your work. It's kind of cool to have that. All right. Are there any questions about the homework that I can work out for you? Or I know the answer key at the very end just had the answers. But is there any one of those questions you'd like for me to discuss, walk you through at all for 9.1?
Can you start with problem 7, please?
For 7, okay. Let me share my screen. Come on, share. Okay. All right. Let me move your little faces over there. Okay. All right. So number 7 was find the number of combinations. So you're going to use the formula for combinations, not permutations. But even if it didn't tell you that, so there are 12 people on standby who hope to get on a flight to Hawaii, but only 6 seats are available on the plane. How many days can those 6 people be selected? And this is where order doesn't matter. And so you're just going to see how many different 6 people, and, you know, with the combination, you know, if I choose Sally, Jackie, Jimmy, and then Jimmy, Jackie, Sally, same exact combination. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's the same people. Doesn't matter which order they're chosen. So I did 12, choose 6, and then I just used my calculator, and I used the that function in there, and it came up with 924. Does that help, Jackie?
So for numbers 14 and through 17, based on we just do the calculate. We can just use the calculator.
Exactly.
For the calculation.
Right. So Jackie, you still look like you had a question.
No, wait, never mind. I got it. Because I
You
was
got it?
using
Okay.
the permutation one, and I got like some number in the 6,000s. But when I did it the second time, I got it.
Okay. And then, so like these problems, 10 through 13, all of these, so 10 through 13 order matters. So I used the permutation for all of those. And then 14 through 17, you can just basically use a calculator for that. Let's see. Any other? I thought this. I like this section. I thought it, was pretty cool. Hold on, I'm trying to find that email. Okay. All right. So let me stop sharing. Okay.
Miss Richard.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that one for 1 second? Because I couldn't figure out how to set up number 11.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, so suppose you're asked to list in order or the 3 best movies you have seen this year. If you saw 10 movies, how many ways can the 3 best be chosen and ranked? So this is where those words and ranked is going to tell you that your first choice, second choice, and third choice order does matter. So you would definitely use a permutation instead of a combination because you're ranking them like my first, my second, and my third.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And guys, make sure this worksheet was kind of easy, but just try not to send me just the numbers because that's on the answer key. Try to send me that you chose combination and you chose permutation and a little bit of the setup, but now you can kind of go back and you can use your calculator, but try to show me as much as possible. Like as you can see here, I made some notes about order mattering and like I wrote out it was a permutation. These last few, you can just use a calculator. So for that. All right, were there any questions about 1 through 6 of why it was the counting principle versus combination and permutation? Did it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so just take a snap so know you did it. And like I said, try to show as much as you can, not just the answers for that. So we're going to be on between now and Thursday is 9.2, the binomial theorem and Pascal's triangle. I don't know if you guys ever touched on that in Algebra 2. Have you guys ever heard of Pascal's triangle?
I've done that before.
A little bit? Okay. So videos, and what's really cool about, I'm going to show this. Let me pull it up on the Walker web. I kind of put together a bunch of different resources for this because it can get a little confusing. Let me pull it up. It's actually on the practice sheet. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Just on the practice sheet for notes. I'm going to do that for the binomial theorem too, and I'm going to post that. All right, so here it is. Let me share it with you. And you may not have gotten that far when you did the notes. Did you guys see this in the PDF? Those are actual links. So if you click on them, it'll pull up a Khan Academy video and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually going to post that as a separate document on the Walker web for 9.2. And it has these like little quizzes that you can do if you want to practice with it. But like I said, if you, let me get rid of this. This chat thing is horrible. Here we go. You can actually walk through all those different resources. Okay. So I'll be posting that for 9.2 because the binomial theorem is long and like there's a lot of different worked out examples on it. But go to the Walker web when I post it and extra resources for you. And you can actually click on them in the PDF. Okay. So just if you have some videos for 9.2, but this is just kind of little resource bank in case you need some extra stuff. Okay. So we do afternoon and you can pull those up. All right. So Thursday, we'll go over 9.2. You will have a little Google form quiz just on 9.1 though. Okay. It will not cover 9.2 and it's just on the combinations and permutations, but I'll send that out to you on Thursday. And that'll be something you can work on. And I'm probably going to set a deadline for like maybe Friday or Saturday or something like that. You can practice with 9.1. So that'll be on Thursday. All right. Any questions that you have? Anything? You guys doing okay? Okay. All right. In your guys' faces, if you have any questions about anything, I'll be around today until probably like 4:30. So just reach out to me via email and I can answer whatever issue that you're having. Okay. All right. See you guys Thursday.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.